What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Zaga. Oh, y'all didn't hear me? I said, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Zaga. And today we're reacting to 9 theme park rides that had to be shut down. Now, I can't ride a roller coaster. Because for one, I'm scared of them. For two, never been on one. For three, I'm a little on the bigger side, so like when the things come down, like my shoulders, they too big. So like, some I fit in, some I don't. Like a little fun fact about me, like it's whatever. So I don't even waste my time. But yeah, let's get into the video.
Yeah. Views.
Incredibly fun. We often get on them and trust them with our lives. But sometimes this is not such a great idea. It turns out that from time to time, theme park rides can be very dangerous. From dangerous rides that had to be demolished, to a Russian ride that broke on camera and left its passengers suspended in mid-air. Here are some theme park rides that had to be shut down. Son of Beast. Son of Beast is a very impressive looking roller coaster. It was part of Kings Island theme park in Mason, Ohio. Son of Beast was built as a prequel to their roller coaster, The Beast. Son of Beast was much more impressive, however, than The Beast. It was the world's tallest and fastest wooden roller coaster, and the only wooden roller coaster in the world with a
Wooden? Yeah, it's the only wooden roller coaster in the world. Who wants to be on a freaking wooden roller coaster? You wouldn't catch me on that one. I promise you. I put that on my mom. You would not catch me on that one.
loop. It was also the fastest wooden roller coaster in the world. Riders would be whizzed around.
Because the only one is going to be the fastest.
At 78 miles per hour and be taken to maximum heights of 218 feet. This ride was famous among roller coaster enthusiasts. Its wooden structure made it very rickety and scary, and that made thrill seekers love it even more. But this all changed in 2006. A train carrying 27 riders suddenly came off the tracks. All 27 riders came off the roller coaster and had to go to hospital.
Oh, heck no. How? Nah. You ought to catch a lawsuit from me. Shoot. Nah. No.
It is investigated and found a wooden support beam had cracked. It was closed for some time and then reopened. But that's when another rider was injured, experiencing head trauma. By 2009, this ride's reputation was never going to get better. It was shut down and 3 years later demolished. The Rocket. The Divo Ostrov amusement park is located in St. Petersburg, Russia. One of its most popular and famous attractions is called the Rocket. It's supposed to be a cosmonaut-themed ride. The thin metal rocket has 10 seats. You're suspended very high in the air and you spin around fast in a circle. The rocket is attached to the ride's arm by 2 gigantic cables. This happens at 200 feet in the air, and while this happens, the rocket spins on its own axis. This rotates riders upside down and then back upright again, basically imitating space travel. But in 2010, a massive failure occurred on the ride. One of the rocket's 2 cables snapped. This meant the 10 riders were suspended 200 feet up in the air. The only thing stopping their rocket smashing into the ground was one thin metal wire. Thankfully, the added pressure did not snap the other wire. A rescue team arrived and took more than 1 hour to get the 10 people off the ride. But miraculously, none of the riders were injured. Investigators later found that the hot weather may have actually made the cables more fragile, and this caused one of the metal cables to snap. That does not exactly boost my confidence when it comes to theme park safety. To make matters even more concerning, the ride only shut down for a few months during repairs, and reopened soon after for more people to ride. I know Russians are pretty tough, but after seeing that video clip, I don't think anyone would want to risk a ride on the Rocket. Thunder River Rapids Ride. The Thunder River Rapids Ride was a water ride located in Dreamworld in Queensland, Australia. The ride had a pretty tame reputation for a long time. In fact, it was seen as one of the safest rides in the Dreamworld theme park. But this all changed in October of 2016. That's when 4 riders had their vehicle flip over mid-ride.
That's what I was just about to say. You would not catch me on that one because, for one, I can't swim. For 2, what if that thing flipped over and you're sitting there strapped in? You're drowning. I was literally about to say that. See, YouTube knows me. You know what I'm saying? It knows me. Like, that's why I should probably be present because, you know, I just know when mistakes are going to happen. Yeah, Zyka for, what is it, 2024? I'll see you there.
It turned over on the conveyor belt, leaving them trapped underwater and caught in the machinery. Sadly, the 4 riders did not make it, and as a result, the ride was permanently closed, despite it having a world-class safety record beforehand. It just goes to show that with roller coaster rides, you can get really unlucky.
R.I.P.
Perilous Plunge. This roller coaster is not only scary, but also mysterious. The Perilous Plunge is a water-themed roller coaster located in Knott's Berry Farm. Knott's Berry Farm is one of California's most popular theme parks, but it's also one of the most accident-prone parks in California too. More than 16 people have been injured at this park over the years, and in some cases the people did not live. One of their rides, Perilous Plunge, includes a very steep drop. Riders are taken down from a height of 115 feet very fast, plunging them into a very wet end of the ride. Despite the ride's extreme height, riders were only secured with a seat belt and a lap bar. This worked for some people, but not their overweight riders. In 2001, a 300-pound...
They shouting me out, bro. You know, them things don't come down on big people to watch it. It's not safe out there for big people. You hear it here first.
Woman got onto this ride. The seatbelt did not wrap around her stomach, so she put it around her legs. When the ride was going down, she fell out, and this caused...
Oh, I gotta add, you know, you all subscribe to me on
Bubbly
your
sparkling water.
the good YouTube account, so I don't have to watch ads. So, subscribe.
caused her to fall more than 100 feet into the water below. The pool was incredibly shallow and sadly she did not make it.
Dang.
It was a mystery how she got past the lap bar. Clearly the lap bar was not enough, and the seatbelt only wrapped around her legs and not stomach meant that she fell out. Her family sued the park for damages, and after a short closure the Perilous Plunge reopened. The ride now has 4-point restraints, meaning that no matter how big or small you are, you won't fall out. Dragon Challenge. Dragon Challenge is a ride located in Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. The ride had a pair of inverted roller coasters. These 2 roller coasters would chase each other around like 2 dragons dueling. At one point, the 2 trains inverted and looped riders around, leaving only 18 inches between the 2 trains. But in 2011, this part of the ride proved to be very dangerous. During the loop, something fell out from the other train. This was something that came out of a pocket of a rider on the other train. The object hit the other man in the face at very high speeds, and unfortunately this led to his eye having to be removed. There were many signs on this ride saying do not take personal belongings on board, but clearly some riders were ignoring this rule. To try and make it more safe, the ride operators set the trains to go off at different times, but this removed all of the fun and excitement from the ride. This made the ride very unpopular, and by 2017 it had shut down. The Smiler. This might be the most ironic name for a roller coaster you can imagine. The Smiler was a roller coaster at Alton Towers in the UK. It was very unique as it had 14 inversions. This would continuously turn riders around and around. But this all changed in 2015. Riders were riding the roller coaster at very high speeds. But that's when they noticed a test car was stuck on the tracks in front of them. They screamed, telling the ride operator to stop the ride. But they were going way too fast and they were nowhere near the ride operator. They collided with the test car stuck on the tracks. And people got incredibly caught up in the wreckage. All 16 riders experienced injuries, and the 2 girls in the front row sadly lost a leg each. Investigators said what happened was similar to a 90.
How do you not know there's a test car on that freaking track? Ain't they supposed to, before, like, they even let people on the ride, ain't they supposed to, like, do test rides? What the heck, bro? Like, that's stupid. I hope whoever was running that ride got fired. That's actually dumb.
Mile-an-hour car crash. The ride was shut down for some time, and Alton Towers had to shell out millions of pounds of compensation to the riders. But just 9 months later, the Smiler reopened. The ride has not had any other incidents since this, but I think I'll give the Smiler a miss on my next trip to Alton Towers. Verrückt. Verrückt means insane or crazy in German, which is why it was the name of the world's tallest water slide. This was found in Schlitterbahn Water Park in Kansas City, USA. The slide was a massive 168 feet tall. Riders would go down this at 70 miles an hour. However, they soon found out that there was a problem. If the rafts were loaded with more than 1,000 pounds, they flew off the slide entirely. But instead of fixing the ride, they simply added nets over the slide. The park was allowed to make its own safety inspections. That is because it gave a lot of money to the Kansas state government. One day, a 10-year-old boy was sadly ejected from the ride. He then struck the netting, causing his head to come off. Of course, this led to the ride shutting down later that year in 2016. Catapult. Catapult rides or
His head came off? I guess because how fast he was going, and like he came off the ride, like probably broke his neck just like that. Dang, that's crazy.
also known as reverse bungee jumps, are very popular in many theme parks. But one day something very scary happened on the Catapult ride in Mount Olympus theme park in Wisconsin. But one day something very scary happened to one Catapult ride. This was at the Mount Olympus theme park in Wisconsin. In 2015, a 13-year-old boy and a woman were preparing to ride the Catapult. That's when one of the ride's 2 metal cables snapped. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but it did lead to the ride's closure. But now it's time to make your voice heard. Comment down below which was the scariest theme park ride in this video. If you want some more amazing videos, then check out my second channel. But as always, thanks for watching. There are some more videos on screen right now.
So, I was gonna do it with the video. Obviously, there's some stupid people out there who choose to ride stupid rides. And there's some stupid people out there working the rides who forget to, like, check them. And there's stupid people that make the rides. So, I guess there's just a bunch of stupid people all around it. But if you like the video, like it. Link to the videos down in the description. Go check them out, you know. If you're new, subscribe. Like, come on, subscribe to me. You ain't got nothing better else to do. If you don't subscribe, you want your mama to die. I said it. If you don't subscribe, you want your mama to die. So you better subscribe. Or I'm snitching. You bet you I am. But, yeah, like it so I can make more of these videos. You know. And, you know, if I get 10,000 subscribers, I might give a little giveaway. Because I feel generous. I'm generous like that. I'll give something away. But, Yeah, I was reading the notification, my fault. But yeah, go check out my other videos. And subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. Yeah.